Okay, test. It is Friday, 13 April, 11:06:09 Zulu, 63 degrees Fahrenheit, 29.9 on board, leveling at 5,000 feet pressure, altitude 2992 set post systems. Quarter northbound, Eglin Delta. First test is going to be an auto calibration run for Doc's box in the wing with a stall. We're going to do flaps 0, flaps 20, flaps 40, so we can cross-check our transient response in the different flap settings. And pushing it up to VNE right now. We're connected to Doc's box. We've got the on-speed local settings, or the on-speed local channel up rather, or screen rather. We're set. We're talking to Doc's box. We're going to hit the continue button, and we got a 50-50 shot of a reboot. And no reboot this morning. Looks good. Going to our live wire. We've got a good live wire. And we're in a flaps 0 condition. Accelerating out to VNE. Out of heading at 360. Just going to run this test right in the corridor. All right, time now 11:07:36, 61 degrees Fahrenheit, 29.7 on board. Approaching a VNE condition, 5,000 feet pressure altitude. We're going to use altitude as our primary reference with a slow throttle pull for this calibration. Stand by, data mark 3, 2, 1.
Data mark.
A record. And throttle's coming back. Maintaining condition. Slight pitch rate increase right there. Throttle's continuing to come back, just maintaining 5,000 feet pressure altitude. All right, throttle's in idle. Assisting the pitch rate with the trim. All centered. Maintaining altitude. There's 100. Approaching elevator max. Good tone. Continuing to turn to an on-speed condition. Anticipate the need for increased pitch rate. Forgot to bring up my decel display, no problem. And there's our stall, good left wing drop. That's interesting, we did not get a stop. Okay, well, we got a usable curve out of that. Let's go ahead and repeat that drill one more time and see if we get a stop. Go ahead and save that data. Climbing back to 5,000 feet. Not sure what happened there. Go ahead and get a picture of that. Got a picture. Let's go ahead and save that data file. I'm not going to save the calibration. I want to see if I can get a little better one. And I want to see if the auto function works. We still have a live wire. Up at 5,000 feet now, and we're accelerating on out to a VNO condition. We're going to repeat that drill. So far the gyro is holding. We got the decel display up now. Keep bump to 5,000 feet. And again,
onboard 3508, contact vector center 120.2.
Flaps 0 calibration. Doc's box, followed by a stall, assuming we can get a good calibration. All right, standing by airspeed. Time now 11:10:34, 60 degrees Fahrenheit, 29.4 on board. 8 minutes 43 seconds elapsed. Left tank feeding and accelerating. And approaching the VNO condition. Stand by, data mark 3, 2, 1.
Data mark.
Record. System's alive. Starting the throttle pull. A little faster this time, not too much. Relax grip on the stick, holding altitude, and beginning to slowly pull the nose up. Just maintaining altitude. Top of the green band. Increase pitch rate. There's idle power. Balls in the center. And using trim. Now we're north of the green band, showing about minus 1.7 knots per second. A little bit faster than what Lenny likes. Slight climb there, about 20 feet high.
Delta 1336, good morning, Spark Radar contact.
And we'll continue to trim on speed.
Roger that, we're aware of it, but I appreciate it.
On speed, there's our minus 1 knot per second. Increasing the pitch rate slowly to capture that.
Delta 1336, trim heading 360.
There's our stall. Okay, that time we got a good auto record. Okay, we've got a usable curve, a little bit of a Humpty Bump in there because of the Dynon system. Let's go ahead and record that picture. We've got that picture recorded. Let's save that data to file. Then I'm going to go ahead and save that calibration. All right, error, could not save configuration. Try again. Let's try to save the calibration. Saving the calibration. Error, could not save configuration. Try again. Okay, saving the calibration. Success, configuration was saved. Excellent. So we've got that set. We'll just go ahead and go over to the system configuration. Gonna check that. It's in there. We're in a flaps 0 condition. Not going to change the sensor value because this stall will happen at flap 0. So let's go ahead and proceed back up to 5,000 feet with the 1G stall. And then we'll repeat that drill flaps 20. And actually we don't have to change the sensor position because we don't have a flap signal going to the wing. Okay, time now, 11:13:37, 60 degrees Fahrenheit, 29.1 on board. Doing an Liberty Max climb, best rate. Level of 5,000 feet pressure, altitude, and accelerate on out. Got enough mow to the north to continue for our 1G stall.
Delta 1336, contact Jacksonville Center 2020, good day. Delta 1336, Jacksonville Center 2020, see you.
All right, accelerating on out to B&O condition now. Winds aloft are showing 033 at 12 today. And 11:14:31. 60 degrees. 29.0. 360. And approaching B&O. Just a stall drill with the calibration we just put in the system. Standby data mark 3, 2, 1.
Data mark.
Okay, power's coming back to idle. We'll just go ahead and use the same technique we used for the calibration. Relax the stick there just a little bit. About 20 feet. Increasing the pitch rate, slow throttle pull back up on altitude, got a little climb going, not so good. Stabilize here. Holding that. And definite climb going. Oh well. Continue with the maneuver anyway. Trimming. 60 feet high. Middle of the green band now. Approaching Liberty Max. Continue to trim down on speed, middle of the green band, increasing pitch rate now to maintain the middle of the green band. Stop trim, increase pitch rate. All right, very nice. We'll go ahead and get one more of those. Let's start an easy hook to the right here. And pushing it up. All right, time now 11:16:35, 59 degrees Fahrenheit, 28.8. In a right turn to heading 180. We're going to get one more 1G stall, flap 0. And pushing it up. Time now 11:17:22, 58 degrees, 28.7, 180. Standby parameters. Approaching VNO. Data mark 3, 2, 1.
Data mark.
Beginning power reduction. Relax grip. Pitch, pitch, pitch. Slight descent going. Increase in pitch rate, 50 feet low. Throttle's coming back. Slight climb. Throttle's an idle. Trimming. Ball. And we've still got our auto cal from the other day in the V2 system that we're listening to. Increasing the pitch rate. North of the green band now. -2 knots per second. Already max, pretty rapid decel. Let's see how this works out. All right, good stall. Okay, let's go ahead and get some G warm-ups here, and then we're going to go for some high G stalls, and then we'll move on to our flap testing. Let's just be a G warm-up to the left. Interesting how that auto cal behaved. Kind of an interesting test point there, Lenny. Let's do something real quick before we do our next G warm-up. Let's maintain 5,000 feet. Let's put our default back in there. See how it behaves. Let's go ahead and I'm changing Wi-Fi networks now, and I'm going from DocsBox to on speed. So this is a good test of and by itself. There's 5,000 feet. Leveling at 5,000 feet. Pull up on speed local. Speed local going to system configuration. Waiting for a connection. Timeout. Expected that. Uh-oh, just forced a reboot. So we got a new log file now. All right, so that'll be a problem for Bob with marrying up the files. Sorry about that, Bob. Let's go to system configuration. So software's not super stable today. Going down here, and I'm going to go ahead and load the defaults. Trying to load the defaults. Go ahead and trim the airplane up. Bring the power back. We're going to hook right for airspace. Trying to load default. Load default config. Okay, got it. All right, we're back in. That's our default configuration file. I'm going to change the network back to DocsBox. for our next round of tests later. Oops, don't mean to do that. Docs box, and connected to docs box. I'm going to close this, and I'm going to reopen Safari and see if that, whoops, cancel. Don't want to delete any flap positions. Go to settings, let's go back to AutoCal Wizard, and we'll be set up for our next round of tests. Let's listen to the tone now with the normal calibration coming down. This will be just a G warm up left. Here we go.
G limit.
Kind of what I'd expect. All right. Get another one of those. Interesting how we were riding the stall warning. Of course, it could be we started relatively slow. Let's go back up. Do the same thing. We'll kind of replicate that. Real quick here. So getting down well below corner. There's some power. Lift vector set. Pull.
G limit.
Yep. Okay, not bad. As expected. Okay. We'll investigate that more later. Now we're going to get set up for a quick high G stall here for docs box. Pull out on a heading at 090. Time now 11:22:30. 60 degrees Fahrenheit. 28.1 on board. We're in a new data file now, so this should be log 2 for V2. And we did suffer a reboot there when we loaded the configuration file, unfortunately. And so far we're running on the same docs box file. But we'll see what happens when we run our next round of auto calibration. So a little bit of glitchiness there, working the Wi-Fi code. And there we go. Be a high G stall to the left. Haven't done one of these in a while. May take a couple iterations to get it right. And stand by. Let's see here. It's 11:23:19. 60 degrees. 28 gallons on board. Data mark 3, 2, 1.
Data mark.
And begin maneuver.
G limit. G limit. G limit.
Come on, bitch. Got it. All right. Let's go up to another one of those. Roll out on hand 360. We'll pop it back up to 5,000 feet. Time now 11:24. 61 degrees. 27.9. 360. Oil's good. Boom's good. Camera's good. Leveling out 5,000 feet. Let's accelerate on out. And by parameters. Data mark 3, 2, 1.
Data mark.
Begin maneuver.
G limit. G limit.
Got it. All right. Put one more of those in the bank. On back up to 5,000 feet.
Chancecar 6, 2405.
Hooking right, heading
Chancecar
180.
6, good morning. They're going to approach the Crestfield altimeter 2991.
11:25:19.
Chancecar 6, cancel flight following. I understand your negative priority now? Chancecar 6 still priority to the vicinity of Andalusia, but cancel flight following. Roger that, the radar service is terminated, then frequency change approved. Once you get closer to Andalusia, if you like, you can contact Cairns Approach on 133.45 if you like.
All right. 11:25:48. 59 degrees Fahrenheit. 27.7. One more high G stall. Parameters look good. Stand by data mark 3, 2, 1.
Data mark.
go. Nice. Okay. Now we're going to get set up for a flaps 20 calibration. And just hooking right to heading at 360 to get everything set up for airspace. Leveling at 5,000 feet. VFE condition. And we'll get set up for our flaps 20 auto cal. This will be docs box. This will be first look at flap data. And we got our live view set up. Let's go ahead and adjust our gross weight. 28 gallons on board. We're going to adjust that down 1318. 1315. Close enough for government work. Okay, 1315 is set. I'm going for the continue button now. See if we force a reboot. And we're going to force a reboot. There's our reboot. We just lost the V3, so now we're on the data file there. Sorry about that, Bob. And we're going to go ahead and refresh. We should bring the system back up. Okay, system is back up. There we go. We've got a live wire. We've got a good system. All right, let's slow her down here, and we'll get set up for our flaps 20s. All right, below VFE for flaps 20. Flaps 20 condition is set. Let's maintain 95 indicated for now. And we'll actually run our auto cal on a heading of 360. Hopefully we can get all this data married up. Parameters look good. 1127. Well, let's make it 112802. 59 Fahrenheit. 27.5. Fast condition. Data mark. Ah, come on back. Pay attention to what you're doing here. Just lost 100 feet. Climb it back up, standby parameters. Okay, we just lost our network connection. Interesting. Let's go back to our Apple settings. Okay, we are connected to DocsBox. Do not have a live wire, so let's go ahead and refresh. See what happens if we refresh. Okay, we've got a live wire. We got a good system. Back on parameters. We're going to start this at 100 just to expedite. And standby data mark. 3, 2, 1.
Data mark.
Record. And maintaining our altitude. Just pulling the power back. Power's in idle. Assisting with trim. Things obviously happen a lot faster with the flaps down. Only capturing about a third of the speed band. And continue to trim down on speed condition. Anticipate the need for increased pitch rate. Coming in through the stall, about 80 feet low. Good left wing drop, but we got a good record. And interesting, we got a usable curve. We got the diddle off there at the end, but Logic should accommodate that. So we've got the screen capture. We're going to download the data to the file. Now we're going to go ahead and save the calibration, and calibration was saved. Excellent. So we are in a great condition right now. Let's go ahead and bring it back up to 5,000 feet. We're going to leave flaps 20 deployed. We'll climb it on speed. We've got a good camera. We got a good boom. This will be a flaps 20 stall. Got a couple of those, so we can look at the transient response. A flaps 20 condition. Let's turn that volume down just to get rid of some of that noise. Climbing back up. All right, time now 11:30:35. 60 degrees. 27.3. 28:47 elapsed. 180. Left tank feet. Leveling at 5,000 feet. We'll accelerate on out to VFE condition. We'll fly flaps 20 stall. Mixture set best power. And accelerating standby parameters. powers. Data mark 3, 2, 1.
Data mark.
And power's coming back to idle. We're just going to go ahead and use altitude as our primary reference. Alright, power's in idle. We'll go ahead and trim to about on speed. Alright, good stall. AOA recovery. Alright, there's 200 feet away. Let's climb back up. We'll do another one of those, and then we'll proceed to flaps 40 condition. So far, everything's going pretty smoothly. Biggest hiccups are software issues and multiple log files. Alright, leveling 5,000 feet, heading 180, time 11:32:42, 57 degrees, 27.2 on board, accelerating to a VFE condition, another flaps 20, 1G stall. There we go. Alright, standby data mark 3, 2, 1.
Data mark.
And beginning maneuver. Power's coming back. Power's in idle. Ball center. And assisting pitch rate with trim. And continuing to trim down on speed condition. Speed stop trim. Increase pitch rate. Alright, good stall. AOA recovery. Alright, let's go to 4,500 feet for a second. See what we can get for a vertical S without overspeeding anything. It's 4,500 feet, 100 indicated. We're in a flaps 20 condition. Let's go to about 95 indicated. Looks good. All right, we're going to go ahead and try this. It's 11:34:25, 59 degrees Fahrenheit, 27.1 on board. These will be some flaps 20 gentle vertical S's. Standby data mark 3, 2, 1.
Data mark.
And begin maneuver. This is coming up. Easing over. It's about a half G. Watch the airspeed. There's minus 20. Pulling to avoid overspeeding the flaps. Nice gentle pull. Nose is up. Pitching over about a half G. There's a half G. Okay, she's holding good. There's 20. Okay, nice gentle pull to avoid an overspeed. Coming up, there's a half G. Definitely way slow over the top. And one more. And we can do this without overspeeding the flaps. And easing forward. Not as slow on that one. And let's go ahead and terminate 4,500 feet. Energy neutral condition. Okay, we'll maintain a flaps 20 condition now. Start an easy right-hand turn to heading at 360, time 11:35:46, 59 degrees Fahrenheit, 27 gallons on board. And we're going to proceed to flaps 40. I've got a live wire. So I'm going to go back, though. And I'm going to start the calibration wizard over. Only because I'm changing flap conditions. I got to read the instructions here one more time. Calibration wizard, going to guide you through it. We got a good weight in here. So I'm going to go ahead and hit continue. Hopefully we don't get a reboot. And we didn't get a reboot. So set the flaps now and do not change them until after you save the configuration.
Good morning.
Okay.
The Fox ready to contact you.
Going from flaps 40 condition.
V5 climb to 8.5.
Slow down, climb up. All right, flaps 40 is set. Climbing up to 5,000 feet. I'm gonna hit the continue button. We do have a good live wire. Quick cross check, Lenny, just for fun. Actually, the Ahers solution coming out of the wing where it's nice and cool is pretty good. Matches up pretty nicely with the Dynan solution right now, even with the 10-buck chuck. And back to our regularly scheduled programming of AOA Calibration Wizard. Oh, God, it brings us back to the original screen. Okay, well, I'm going to have to go ahead and hit continue. Hopefully we don't force a reboot. Good to go. All right, we're in a flaps 40 condition. We're climbing up, and we got a good live wire. This will be a flaps 40 cal, then we'll get some flaps 40 stalls for transient response flaps 40. We may be able to get some vertical S's as well at slow speed. We'll see what happens. We've got a good camera, we got a good boom. We've been airborne 35 minutes, 44 seconds. Left tank is feeding. All right, we're gonna go ahead and switch to the right tank, only because we haven't burned out of that tank in a while, and I've been burning this tank for lateral balance. All right, boost pump is on. Right tank is selected at 3607. And accelerating on out now to a VFE condition. And this will be a flaps 40 auto cal. If for some reason the auto cal doesn't work, we'll pull a curve from the phone data. So we're going to go to 95, be kind to our flaps. Standby parameters, it is 11:38:36, 59 degrees, 26.7. There's our VFE condition. Data mark 3, 2, 1.
Data mark.
We're heading 360. And record. System's alive. And beginning auto calibration. Throttle's coming idle. Throttle's in idle. We're maintaining altitude on this one. And trimming. On speed condition, stop trim, increase pitch rate. Losing altitude. A little bit of an increased decel rate. See what this gets us as a calibration. All right, took that one. Let's go ahead and recover the airplane first. Looking good. Hey, not a bad calibration. Little convex on the curve. Okay. Let's just run one more of those. Go ahead and capture that. I'm going to save the data to file. We'll download it. Don't like a convex curve, but see what happens. Well, it's looking good at 180. Let's climb back up to 5. Let's start a, we'll go ahead and continue on heading at 360. We got a little bit of MOA left here. And we're going to get one more auto calibration run. We have a good live wire. I'm going to go ahead and use the decel gauge on this one, just to see if we can improve the shape of that curve. We had a usable curve, but interesting if it starts to go convex like that. So let's level off at 5,000 feet. Time now 11:40:25, 59 degrees Fahrenheit, 26.6 on board. Accelerating out to VFE condition. This time we're going to be more concerned with our decel rate than our altitude. And standby parameters. And approaching VFE.
Hey, Delta Foxtrot, contact Pensacola approach 119.0. Good day.
All right. Excellent. Good enough. Standby data mark 3, 2, 1.
Data mark.
Okay, slow throttle pull. Green band and altitude combo right now, looking for our -1 knot. There's our -1 knot. Power's coming back to idle. I'm just increasing the back rate, but I'm maintaining the middle of the green band, Lenny. Assisting slightly with trim, I'm heads down. Pulling it just a little bit, down about 100 feet. Middle of the green band. Down almost 200 feet. Continuing trim, stop trim, increasing pitch rate. 200 feet. All right, pitch rate, left wing drop, looks good, -220, good record. Still a little convex. We're gonna go with it though. Okay, so let's go ahead and save that. We're gonna save that data to the file. That's all good, and now we're gonna go ahead and save the calibration. Hopefully it takes. Success, configuration was saved. We're gonna close that, and we're gonna go back up to 5,000 feet. We're still in a flaps 40s condition. We'll climb on speed. Best angle. Start an easy right hook to heading a 180 time now, 11:42.28, 60 degrees, 26.5 on board, 40:37 elapsed, Eglin Delta north and hook and right heading 180. And we're gonna get set up for some flaps 40 stalls with our flaps 40 calibration. We've been airborne for 40 minutes, 55 seconds. Boost pump is secure. We've switched over to the right tank. Have a good boom. Got a good camera. Oil's good. Engine's nominal. And climbing up to 5,000 feet for our stalls. Okay, approaching altitude, we're at 11:43.42. 58 degrees, 26.4, 5,000 feet, and accelerating on out. This will be VFE to VS, data mark only. Standby parameters. And approaching parameters. Data mark 3, 2, 1.
Data mark.
Power's coming back. And kind of replicating the calibration throttle pull, about 6 seconds or so. And I'm using the sensitive altimeter now, increasing pitch rate. And assisting with trim to on speed. Stop trimming in on speed condition. And just increasing the pitch rate. And into the stall. There's our stall. Looks good. We're doing AOA recovery. There's -200 feet. Power's coming up. Nose is transiting the horizon. Back up, we're going to get another 1G stall. "43 minutes, 10 seconds elapsed. 11:45.12. 57 degrees, 26.3. Skull on 180. Leveling at 5. And pushing it up to VFE condition, standby parameters. Parameters look good. Data mark 3, 2, 1.
Data mark.
And power's coming back. All right. Trim. Up trim on speed. Increase pitch rate. All right. Good stall. AOA recovery. It's good. Let's go ahead and maintain this flaps 40 condition. We're going to go down to 4,500 feet. Let's go to heading at 270 for now. And we're going to try some vertical S's in a flaps 40 condition. Actually, we're going to need to run a heading at 360 for airspace. 4,500 feet. We'll do these at about 95. We're going to have to watch the down line. And the power setting. Okay. 1146.50. 59 degrees. 26.2. Do these primarily on the standby. About 95 looks good. About 18 inches looks good. Trim, 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 trim. Okay, sweet. Data mark 3, 2, 1.
Data mark.
All right, begin maneuver. Smooth pull. It's about a half G. Smooth pull. We only got a 2G limit technically with flaps down. And we're in flaps 40. Okay, big old excursion. Really interesting. Little breakdown in directional stability there, and let's recover. Don't overspeed these. Looking good. Not quite so high this time. All right, there's an ease. And smooth 2G pull. A little close to the speed limit, not bad. Interesting excursion on that first one or second one. See breakdowns like that, directional stability too often. And back up. Okay, let's go ahead and recover. We're going to do one more experiment in a flaps 40 condition. Let's climb back to 5,000 feet. And hook right to heading a 180.
Hey, Mooney 252, Hotel Mike, good morning.
Time now 11:48, 61 degrees. 26 gallons on board. We're going to set up a 45 degree bank, left gliding turn. We're going to do a little bit of an accelerated stall. And we'll keep it under 2 Gs in a flaps 40 condition. And we're going to come all the way around to heading a 270, so we don't get too bad a retina burn on this maneuver. Actually, we're going to make it 360. That'll work just about right. And approaching 5,000 feet. And we're just going to start an on-speed left-hand turn. And a little bit of an accelerated stall. Oil's getting warm at 190. It's our 5,000 feet. And we just had a system reboot there, Lenny. That's interesting.
On speed enabled.
Okay, she came back up. So, other than glitchy software, things are running pretty smoothly today. Slow to an on-speed condition. We're flaps 40. We're going to start a 45 degree bank left turn. Standby data mark 3, 2, 1.
Data mark.
It's 45 degree bank left turn. Power's idle. Simulated engine failure. Let's just go ahead and accelerate it, stall the airplane right in here. Okay, that's it at about 1.2, 1.3. Let's get one more of those. Looking right to heading at 360. Airspeed, airspeed, airspeed. Airborne 48 minutes, 35 seconds. Right tank speed. Pump is secure. Boom's good. Camera's good. Approaching 5,000 feet. A little slow in the climb here. There's our 5,000 feet. I know, let's accelerate on out just a little bit to an on-speed condition. 11:51.08, 59 degrees Fahrenheit, 25.7, there's an on-speed condition. Data mark 3, 2, 1.
Data mark.
So kind of a takeoff climb configuration. Engine fails. Start our 45-degree bank turn. And let's just pull. Keeping it under 2 Gs, there's about a 1.6 G stall. Okay. Flaps are secure. RTB.
Dew point 14, altimeter 299er2, pressure altitude +85, density altitude +670, runway 12 in use. Expect RNAV approach, runway 12. Advise on initial contact, you have information Foxtrot. Eglin Air Force Base, information Foxtrot, weather at 1056 Zulu, automated observation, wind calm, visibility 10, sky clear below 12,000.
Eglin 7 Bravo Romeo RTB Rocco request a corridor southbound 4.5.
And 7 Delta Bravo Romeo, Roger, South Quarter flight approved.
Copy that, we have Foxtrot.
Roger.
Okay. Let's go ahead and secure the camera.